So inspired by the videos of a certain Mr. Kyle, here's my in-depth review of the 2012 facelift Audi RS5 Coupe. This particular RS5 is finished in Audi exclusive Suzuka Grey, pearl effect paint, or metallic paint as they like to call it, even though it does have a pearlescent nature about it. Especially when it's a nice sunny day, you get to see like a tint of blue in the paint depending on what angle you look at it. It also has the chrome exterior pack, or the brushed aluminium pack shall I say, as you can see from the grille, and the brushed aluminium window surrounds. Now in typical Audi fashion, the facelift is a very subtle one. If you just go ahead and turn on the headlights, we get to see the updates they've made to the headlights, which is probably the most noticeable change. It's now a solid LED strip, and it's got xenon headlights. The headlights are also adaptive, meaning as you turn the steering wheel left and right, the beams also correspond to those steering inputs. All the new facelifted Audi range get the same single strip LED. The other updates to the new facelift are these wavy brake discs, which are supposed to be a little bit lighter and generally increase braking performance over the previous RS model. Those rubber strips are alloy gaiters. Some people think they're ugly, but basically their purpose is to protect the alloy from curbing. The brakes are very, very good. I can't really see why someone would spend £6,000 on the optional ceramic brake upgrade, unless you do track days, of course. But I heard that they squeak a lot around town, and I don't do many track days, so I definitely saved myself £6,000 there. These are running on Pirelli P0 tyres, which are, if I remember rightly, 275 by 30 by 20. So those are 20-inch rims. The RS5 runs on slightly wider tyres than S5s and A5s for obvious reasons. Front and rear lights have been tinted very subtly at Totally Dynamic. In the UK, did an excellent job making the car look a little bit more mean. Let's take a look at the inside now. So the interior is a fine nappa leather. The colour is called Lunar Silver, accented with the carbon fibre option, which is apparently real carbon fibre, albeit with a very glossy varnish over the top. The seats are accented with rock grey piping, and the headlining I chose was the dark. No, that's not Alcantara. I think that's just cloth. You can see the RS5 scuff plates. RS5 scuff plates there, in aluminium. Those are the Super Sport seat options. There is a further seat option, the Recaro style ones, which I think is £2,500. They look a little bit less comfortable on long trips, so I thought I'd give them a miss. You can see the Lunar Silver contrast stitching in the gaiter there. The Lunar Silver contrast stitching is also found on steering wheel. There's a nice aluminium trim dotted all over the vehicle to let you know you're in something a little bit special. Audi's up-to-date MMI system. This is the optional MMI Plus system, which means that the screen is slightly larger than the standard sat-nav screen and a higher resolution. Of course, it's got the updated flat-bottom RS5 steering wheel with paddle shifts. There's your lighting controls. Zero position is basically LEDs only at the front. Also is, of course, your auto headlights. You've got your side lights, dip beam and rear fog. Ashtray. As if anyone's going to smoke in here. I don't care if you actually smoke. This is your rear spoiler manual activation, although the spoiler does activate automatically when you go over 76 miles an hour. Hold the button down again to deactivate the spoiler. Yeah, that's just show off mode, I think. Yeah, you gotta love it. Under the armrest, a little cubby hole, or you can put a telephone holster in there, which is, I think it's £150 option, so I'm probably going to avoid that. As you can see, you can adjust the height of the armrest, 3 different heights. These adjustments on the seats are for the slightly taller gentleman or lady. I'm not sure whether these are LED lights. They are certainly very bright. I'm going to go with halogen, but they do seem a lot crisper than the usual lights I'm used to. When you order the interior light pack, which is also an option, you get these nice lights here under the blinds. The windows are of course electric and have a one-touch function. Have a one-touch function, go up and down. That's for both sides. There's one of the 15 Bang & Olufsen speakers, or shall I say tweeters. Right, let's turn the engine on, shall we? Exclude the gloves, they don't actually keep my hands warm at all. Not sure why I bought those. Okay, let's have a look at the doors control. So you've got your lock and unlock buttons there. The RS5 signature door handles with the hole cut out to simulate weight loss. There's your mirror controls. Obviously stay in the normal heated outward position. Obviously you can turn it to the left and right to adjust each individual mirror. And the position at the bottom folds them in manually. For whatever reason you might want to fold them in manually. Excellent. Here's your boot release. And hidden just down there is the bonnet release. Cruise control is looks complicated. It's fairly easy to get your head around. Push the button in to set whatever current speed you're doing. So let's say you're doing 40 miles an hour, you press set. It will immediately turn on cruise control at the speed you're doing and hold it. If you push the stick away, it will cancel. If you want to re-engage, pull the stick towards you. To increase the speed that you're currently being cruising at, press up, and to decrease the speed that you're currently cruising at, you press down. And that's pretty much cruise control explained. You've got your full beam stalk there. You can scroll up and down through the menu using this dial here. For example, right now it's going to scroll up and down through whatever songs I'm currently listening to. On the right we've got your voice control at the top. Press that once and you can issue voice commands through the vehicle. The nav button repeats the last command that was sent through the sat nav. And this is of course your volume control. Paddle shifts, down on the left for downer gear and up on the right for upper gear. This is the Audi multimedia system as it looks when you choose multimedia MMI high, whereas most of the controls for the stereo move down into the center console. When you open up the flap, you see you have 2 SD card slots, 32GB each, and it's also a DVD player. Here is the updated MMI control unit, much like BMW's iDrive, slightly facelifted in the facelifted RS5, basically in the sense that there's less buttons. So you can control everything on your screen with that dial. When your phone is paired to the vehicle, not only can you make calls, but you can also play your music wirelessly from the phone.
yet. Burnt bubbles, attitudes immature. Doubles out of Bacardi, party, vision is blurring. Whoa, I can't see shit, my words get to slurring. Uh-oh, you can call me all Kelly now. You're in trouble. What's occurring before, after, and during? I can't control this feeling.
Now remember, in media, you can choose your source, which is what you're choosing to play your music from. Jukebox is the car's internal hard drive, which is 20 gigs if I remember rightly. You've also got DVD, of course. If there is a DVD in the car, not Blu-ray, you can play that when the car's stationary. Great thing about the DVD player is the clarity of the image, and the best thing about the DVD player is that it does play the films in true 5.1 surround, which you gotta love, really. Yeah, Inception. Okay, so the automatic gearbox in the RS5 is an S-tronic, which means it's dual clutch, which means one clutch engages all the even gears and one clutch engages all the odd gears. So, of course, you can pull it back. First notch is reverse, and your front and rear parking aids will come up. As you can see, it gives you a visual representation of how close the objects are to your vehicle. You can opt for the optional rear view camera. One notch back is neutral, and one more notch back is drive. Electromechanical handbrake, there you go. Deactivated by pushing down, and activated by pulling up. Button behind is the hill hold assist, which is optional, which essentially enables your vehicle to pull away with the handbrake on. Also, you can put the car into drive, move the stick over to the left, and then you're in semi-auto mode, where you can change down by pulling down and up by pushing up, and push the stick to the right to go back into auto. Moving the stick down puts the car in sport mode, and as you can see, it changes to S1 as opposed to D1 because we're in first gear at the moment. D indicating drive and S indicating sport. Sport mode is similar to dynamic, wherein your gear changes are lengthened and the gas pedal becomes more sensitive. Excellent when you need to overtake a truck. In the glove box, you've got your iPhone connection, or you can buy an optional USB connection if you want to plug in an external hard drive or USB stick. Sunglasses holder. That's not in focus at all.